Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com back again with another news update. Now, an unannounced name for the Royal Rumble has pulled out of an independent booking on Royal Rumble weekend. Ooh, could they be in the Rumble? Let's find out who it is. That's right, WWE UK champion Pete Dunne has pulled out of a show by Britannia Wrestling Promotions in the UK. They released a Facebook statement saying, unfortunately, Pete Dunne can't make Royally Rumbled, which was the name of their show, brilliant, as he's been pulled out by WWE over Royal Rumble weekend. They didn't say that he's going to appear in the Royal Rumble, but I think the fact that he was going to appear on the show and suddenly isn't anymore will definitely lead to plenty of online speculation. If you remember at the last takeover, Dunne wrestled a pre-show dark match against Johnny Gargano, except it wasn't really a dark match because it later aired on NXT, but it wasn't part of the main broadcast. It was a really good match as well, so I certainly wouldn't be unhappy if Dunne was pulled out of the Rumble and instead inserted into that sort of singles match at NXT, because he's a fantastic wrestler, one of the best in the world today. But I would also like to admit that it would be tremendously exciting to see the UK champion make his big surprise entrance at the Royal Rumble. So hopefully that is the reason that Pete Dunne has pulled out of his Indy date. In mixed martial arts news now, Dana White, the head of the UFC, has said that the promotion will give CM Punk another fight in the future. He hasn't yet mentioned a potential opponent or a potential date, and we haven't even heard from CM Punk whether he even wants to accept this offer. But apparently, according to Dana White, they are wanting a second chance for CM Punk. And I'm not really surprised. He's a huge draw, and even though his last fight against Mickey Gall was kind of a comprehensive beating, Gall defeated Punk in just over 2 minutes, I think, it would still draw a lot of money for UFC and a lot of fan attention. So I can totally see the logic here, but of course, it's probably going to kick up a lot of fuss from MMA purists who think, Punk's way out of his league, he's too old now, he's not trained enough and he's not good enough. But at the same time, I think it would be tremendously exciting. So I'm pretty pleased about that. But my wrestler fan side is also saying, like, just come back to wrestling, Punk. Just please come back. I'm one of those, I'm afraid. I'm one of those CM Punk guys. Now, wrestlers never like to waste the chance to, get themselves over and have a bit of fun on Twitter, and Jack Gallagher has done exactly that. Gallagher is a member of course, 205 Live, but before his WWE stint, he was also a trained mixed martial arts fighter, and I believe he has a record of 2-0, so he's pretty handy as well, he's pretty capable. He tweeted, if CM Punk wants an opponent, I'll be available. I think I've got 2 minutes spare. Ooh, catty. Shots fired in your direction, Phil. Wow. And finally, New Japan Pro Wrestling star Koto Bushi has been announced as one of 3 NJPW megastars, I guess, who are set to appear at Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor 12 show in New Orleans over WrestleMania weekend. Now, Bushi's wrestled for a lot of promotions, but he seems to have pledged his near future to New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is very exciting. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, and it's great to see him commit his future to a big platform, which will show a lot of new fans what he can do. If you're not familiar with Ibushi, you might remember him, from the Cruiserweight Classic tournament in 2016, where he made the semi-finals before being eliminated by eventual winner TJ Perkins. Ibushi also competed at January the 4th's Wrestle Kingdom 12 show, where he had a wonderful match against Cody Rhodes, which he won. There's been a lot of talk over a potential future match and feud with Kenny Omega, who was his tag partner before Omega turned heel by joining the Bullet Club. And I think if that match were to occur, it probably wouldn't be at Supercard of Honor. I think New Japan would want to save that for one of their big events. So there's no word yet on who Ibushi will be facing at Supercard of Honor, but the other big New Japan names mentioned are Kenny Omega and Hiroshi Tanahashi, 2 of the biggest stars in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and with Ibushi, I guess you could say 3 of the biggest stars. As mentioned, that show takes place in New Orleans over WrestleMania weekend, and if you're heading to WrestleMania weekend and you want to check out a few non-WWE shows, I cannot recommend Ring of Honor highly enough. I went last year in Lakeland, Florida, and it was a wonderful show, and I believe Ring of Honor's highest attended show ever, and it was, the Hardys' last independent match before they made their shocking return. So it was just a tremendously exciting evening all around. Lovely. Thanks for watching this video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter here. Also, don't forget to check out our Patreon page, which is here at patreon.com/cultaholic. And finally, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us.